Hello everyone. Today we are going to start redoing Phantasy Star II, which is basically my new profile image. As you can see, only thing I did is not have the logo there, the name of the game or the producers of the game. This game is made very different than the original. Bear that in mind. The original character in this game is named Rolf. We're gonna give him his original name. And that's all the letters they give us. I'm haunted by nightmares every night. The young girl's battling a giant demon. I'm close by but can't move or speak. All I can do is watch while the demon keeps striking at the girl. Just as she is finished, just as she is fighting for her life, I awake. I awake in my room, dimly lit by the early dawn. I am filled with an incredible sadness and fear. I am Rolf, an agent here in Passio, capital of Malta. I shake my head as I zip to scatter the remnants of the dream. I have no time to worry like a child about nightmares in this modern age, especially with the mother brain planning and controlling all aspects of the environment. I open my window and take a deep breath of fresh air. It seems to wash away the bad dreams left by my dream. Bad feeling left by my dreams. Good morning, Rolf. How are you? Almost 2 years have passed since you started working for me, Commander of Malta. What I am going to ask you to do will be the toughest job you will ever have done, but it is vital to the future of Malta. As you know, alcohol has been brought up by motor brain. My work as a commander has been smoothly promote the plans of Mother Brain. I have believed that Mother Brain never makes mistakes, but those monsters all over Malta are just too much. We must find out by ourselves why these monsters were born, and how to bring them under control. Well, your mission is to go to the biosystems lab and get the recorder. If we look into the data, we can figure out how the biosystems lab ended up making those monsters. Rolf, I hope from the bottom of my heart that you come back safely with the recorder. We'll see each other again. I'm not controlling you, by the way. After going home and preparing for the trip, Nay seemed worried. Nay, I have to leave for a while. Nay stared at me for a moment. I remember when we first met. She looked at me in just the same way. That was 7 months ago, but she was the product of a mixture of human cells and those of a biomonster. She was an outcast from society. You were still small when we first met, but now you can take care of yourself. I'm going on a dangerous journey, too dangerous for you. I worry about you like you were my sister. Still, Abe stood in the doorway to keep me from leaving. Please, bro, take me with you. I'll do anything for you. I took my sack and started to go, but Nate still blocked the way. I had no choice. I've decided to let her come with me. And now I'm in control. Two steel bars, and don't forget the equipment tank. Well, we need to find out where the place is to buy these items that they're telling us to buy. Not only that is this game, you know, the direct sequel of the previous Phantasy Star, but as you can see, this is the armor shop I needed. But as you can see, graphics overhaul. A lot of things from this game will become relevant in the future. of the games that come later on. I love how you can use two white items. Anyway. Alright, be right back. I have to start level grinding. Alright, we're back. They said to get them to a certain level. I got them to level 7. I say level 8 and level 5. They said to put them at level 4 and level 7. Rolf being level 4 and Nay being level 7. But I did a little bit of extra leveling. Anyway, now they say their shields are not that useful on here. As the other, and it's useful to have another weapon. Now let's see, get another knife. And the carbon ship, okay. Headgear and fiber coat. Okay. That's for. Alright, let's see. So if I want the option of having a shield instead of a knife, I can get that carbon shield, but they say that shields are not that important in this game. To be fair, I did play this game before, so I might can attest to that. Alright, time to equip all this stuff. Another knife to your left hand. Headgear. And a fiber coat. What are you equipped with? Cool. Alright. Now we are actually headed off. We have to go northeast. If I cannot go out the wrong way. We are heading northeast. Guess we have to pass this. As you can see, the way that they segmented this is a lot different than they did in the original game. I don't even know if I'm going the right way. Well, the enemies aren't much strong against us, so I guess we're fine. I went northeast. That's not supposed to go down here too. Now in this game, they made it so you can actually pick the opponent that you wish to tackle instead of having to hope that you hit them. So that was done differently. And they levels again. Right now we're just getting some free levels that are in the fact that we are literally just starting out. What is it about old school Sega RPGs that involve us actually having a level first before we actually get to the game? I think this is the town of Arima. Yep, it is. See, The one group of villains with murder scoundrels brought up most house skill on people left for women, children, and elderly. You also started as scoundrels and might not live in known sure of these. I mean, also learn a little bit about the room. Before was attacked, they live happy with his sister, his daughter time, yet maybe scoundrels. Yeah, we do need the experience. Alright, let's talk to everybody. Children and elderly. They said the only people left here are children and the elderly. Yeah, that's enough to make a person go become violent. Yeah, there's just nothing left. Now we have a way to get back to Paseo if we want to take that way, which is teleporting back, but right now we need Meseta and also not only Meseta, but we also need some experience. That is if someone wants to show up. It took that long to get someone to show up. And then, like most RPGs, you know how the opponents like to attack the people in the front more than they do in the back. This game does that as well. Anyway, let's head back to our home. So let's see, where is our home? Right here. Let's knock at the door. I'm sorry to intrude, but I have heard that Rolf and Nay are trying to solve the mystery of the biomonsters. I'm a professional biomonster hunter. I have little talent except that I am good with a gun. I also want to go with you. My name is Rudolph, which is short for Rudolph Steiner. Maybe you think you know a better name for me. The name fits you well. I'm glad you are in our group. Let's check the roster at the point where Rudolph came in. Alright. I love how that means I can actually walk in the game with him instead of the main character. Alright, so since he's new to the group, he starts at level 1. Okay. Let's go. Alright. So, the place we're gonna be training is gonna be next to Arima, the place we just left. Which will be where we get Rudo some levels. Don't know how many levels we have to get him, but that is where we'll be training him. I guess it was an ambush. Now Rudo has a lot of HP and attack and defense, but he lacks techniques. I love how we didn't need to technically go through the bridge, but I guess they just whatever. Froggy. Where's Big the cat at? And we found his frog. It became 2. Alright. They said where we should train is east of here. And crossing this bridge. Alright, so let's see. Alright. I'll be back. Alright, we're back. We had to get down to a certain level. Rolf had to get level 7, and that was the indication to start leveling. And it sucked to leveling him to level 7, but that's neither here nor there. Off screen, I gave Rolf a sword from this store right here. And now we're about to get 2 sonic guns for Rudo. Couldn't think of his name for a second. And now we must teleport. We'll go back to Passio to sell off all our stuff that we don't need anymore. Because just like in Phantasy Star 1, only a certain shop allows you to sell items, which is stupid. But that's neither here nor there. So let's go to a tool store shop. I love how all the shops are on the other side of this town. Like on the very far end of one side of the town. Are you the shop they're talking about that I have to sell things to? Good. Sell the bow gun. And not only that, but sell these knives. And that foreman suit. I don't think Nate has anything to really help. Alright. Let's buy as many diamonds as we can. I'll stop once we get to here. Also, we have to buy escape pipe. Hopefully I didn't get too... Oh. Okay. We can circumvent that real quick. Having 3 people that can attack is amazing. I need a little bit more experience. Better so I can actually heal y'all properly. The hospital is right there. But everything else is on the far right that we really need. There. I don't know how they have the same amount of HP, but one's a little bit higher level than the other. And now we want to buy an escape pipe. And now, we are headed to our first dungeon. Named Skyor. To get there. Sorry. To get there. Well, no, it's called Sure, sorry. To get there, it's Northeast Arena. So we have to go back to Arima and cross the bridge and then go northeast. And we'll be, and it's at the end of the peninsula. Not over here, obviously. I'm surprised they allowed us to actually go through that too. Considering the fact that usually they will make you have to walk around just to be able to do something that you want to do. And they has leveled. I think she's in the double digits now, but I'm not sure. Alright, Arima should be right there, so we have to head northeast from here. Alright, let's see if it's over here. It should be near a peninsula. I love how her best weapon is literally right now it's literally from the first area. But she didn't have an actual weapon equipped until we actually bought 2 of them for her. Let's go northeast. I'm trying to go east as fast as I can. And I think that's Skyor right there. Before we go in. For an entrance, walk left and around the outside of the building. This path leads them all the way around, so continue to follow until you reach the northeast corner. Alright. Yeah, another thing about this game, as you can see, the dungeons aren't actually these little areas where you walk through a corridor and face enemies that randomly spawn. Instead, you get a overhead view instead of a first person view. So I think this would be third person. Instead of first. So far, these are just enemies we've seen before. The levels. Moving on. In the northeast corner. Choose the east side of the forefront. Now go to the left, leading towards the center of the floor. Go left and be sure to right about box to the south. 40-minute setup. Left left center. And go left, but be sure to bang. Step on a step to get to the second floor, okay? On south. Open there, access the board distinct corners. Or just on the first one, so there. So. Southwest corner, if you go to box. Believe it or not, these enemies right here can spawn in the area where I was training in. Thing is, they were somewhat rare to find. Do they want us to take any of these? Alright. Okay. And a little like you see an opening to go north through that opening and wow. Straight until you reach another box. Get a gear. Go back and take the chute back down to the first floor. It's the second floor. Now we are heading north to west. It's hard to believe that they changed how they did the whole entire dynamic of how you go through these dungeons. Continue right along the northwest from being to reach the northeast. And take the chute back up. Did they even attack us? Or were they just sitting there looking at us like, We're down in the northeast corner. Take the chute leading up, and then walk east once we get on the chute. This is this one, maybe? Walk east. They didn't attack us. No, they did not, because I have the same amount of HP. Now they said walk east. In south along the passage, you will soon reach your large pit. Because that's it. That's what they're talking about. Off south along its edge and found about. We got 200 set up. First enemies. Enemies that want to attack us instead of the ones that just sit there and let us beat them. 207. Now we go back to that narrow bridge crossing the pit. attack us this time? Yes, they do. Off east. And go lead down to the southeast corner. Okay. We're going to the southeast corner as we slowly maneuver our way through this dungeon. New enemies, name no me, but you know, it's a few bodies laying around. Those are bodies of the scoundrels. Fire has invaded the pile and probably killed them. One of the bodies has the key. Whereas probably that's the most difficult to get to from the chute, heading back, leading back down. Walking up to the north, but head due west. Got some on and head due west, okay. These are called buzzers. Guess they're a stronger version of the bee. North of them, then head due west from the box. There's no box over there, so I guess they mean this little section right here. Must have been not there, but right here. Yep. Time to actually use some diamate since we're low. I'm surprised we got low. No. I ain't mean to use another one. And now we heal the last one. And let's continue. I guess that's the item they're telling us about, the seal ribbon. Item Rudo. Give to May. Whip to her. And she now has 9 more defense. I guess SIL means silver. Okay, now that we got that. And this time we're going a few steps south. What's long punches at 1, 2, 4. Alright, see what we have to go through. You can see a body that has a key and whatnot. One new enemy named Pulsar. They must not have much HP because that was quick. It's kind of confusing with the overhead thing. To confuse you as to where you're supposed to walk. I love missing. That's what it seems like we are doing. I guess that's where the body that we need. Most of the bodies of the scoundrels are one at the bottom have to skill them. Oh my, there's something inside the pocket. We have the small key, a letter. Alright. We have a choice. We can either teleport out of here and get these chests, or power through and just get we call it the chest that we want on that floor that we saw all them chests in. And then stuff is we have to walk around. Alright, we're good. Hang on. Funny how they went from burgers and cola to literally monomates, dimates, and trimates. It's funny how they did that. Alright, let's go back. New enemy named Carrier, whatever that's supposed to mean. That's 15 damage. That was 30 damage. Don't even know how much HP or whatnot it has, but it was by itself, so who knows. The third floor, we don't need the third floor, we need everything that's in the second floor. Alright. We're back to walking through this pit. Honestly, to get to it, you need a head for a point to shoot it. Alright. I guess we just didn't give him a chance to actually attack. That's good. Alright, we're now on the second floor. If my memory is correct. Alright, I think this is the southeast corner. So this is dynamite. That's what this key is for. Oh, this is the 150 meseta, so this is where the 150 meseta is for The northeast corner. I thought we were in the southeast. Whatever. Is there a southeast corner? No point it is. Southeast corner has the. Okay. That's a mandatory item. If this is northeast, that means the only way you can get to southeast is literally from going north to west to south and east. So let's go northwest. Take one of those teleportation devices down. I think that's the one that we have to take up here. Well, how every time we see one of these, we have to literally use the small key now. We get a monomate, which is in the northwest corner. So now we have to head south. Time to head south. This game will let me go south. I guess the one that we want to take from here is literally this one. Or we can literally get into an encounter right before we get to the teleportation device. Alright, we head here. Use the key here. This should be one of the things that we need to be able to rescue that child named Time. We found some dynamite. Now let's head to the east. I love how there's two teleportation devices, but I don't know which one to go to, so. And now we have another stick of dynamite. Now let's go back to the bottom floor. I think this was the floor where we had it coming from the center. Yep, this is the floor. And we are north. We're in the center, so we have to find our way to the bottom spot so we don't match the density. I think we walked around, didn't we? Yeah, I think we walked around, so we have to walk around. I don't know what these teleportation devices are supposed to take us to. So, one that we already knew about. A new technique. Are you level 8? Yeah, you just got level 8, and 8 is level 14. Wow. I know she levels twice as fast, but level 14. We're just giving out these enemies now since we're on the bottom floor, so let's just breeze through this and walk to the center. Alright, now we walk out. Unless you was Ryuka. And we'll heal and then end the episode because next time is what we have to do. We have to go save time. If you don't pronounce her name like time, I don't know which it's supposed to be. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Next time we will be rescuing time. That being said, goodbye. Have a nice day or night, and take care.